Okay, so get this. AI butlers.
AI butlers.
Yeah, but not the kind that, like, dusts your furniture or anything.
Oh, all right.
More like the kind that schedules all your meetings, books your flights, and maybe even writes your emails for you.
Whoa, so we're talking like serious AI personal assistant.
Exactly. AI agents.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Cool.
Are they about to have, like, their big moment? You know, like smartphones had back in the day with Android?
Ah, the Android moment.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
The
is that about to
shining.
happen with AI agents?
It really feels like we might be on the edge of something huge with AI.
Right. I'm reading this article from pymnts.com.
Okay.
It's about this company, Devigence,
Divergence.
and the founders. They're former Google and Stripe engineers.
Oh, wow. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they just got $56 million to build an operating system.
An operating system.
Just for AI agents.
Wow, that's interesting. Coming from guys who've built platforms before makes you wonder what they're thinking.
Right. Like, they were there for the whole app ecosystem explosion.
Yep.
And now they're like, okay, let's do the same thing, but for AI agents.
And investors are on board with that 56 million seed round.
$500 million valuation.
That's a serious statement.
Okay, so before we get too far, let's break it down.
Yeah, good idea.
What exactly are we talking about when we say AI agents?
Right, because we already have things like chatbots.
And voice assistants.
So how are AI agents different?
We'll think of them as like the next step.
Mm-hmm.
They're way more autonomous.
Okay.
They can understand more complex instructions, complete much more complicated tasks. It's like having an assistant who actually learns and adapts.
I see. So not just reacting to a single command.
Exactly.
More like anticipating your needs.
Uh-huh.
Managing things proactively, even making decisions for you based on what it knows you like.
This article talks about some really interesting applications.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Healthcare,
Okay.
marketing, and sales.
Interesting.
I was reading about this AI that can analyze your medical history, research treatment options, and even book appointments with specialists.
Wow.
And it keeps your primary care doctor informed, too.
That's wild.
Like, totally changes the game for personalized healthcare.
Yeah, it could.
And then think about marketing. An AI agent could do it all.
Like what specifically?
Crafting social media posts targeted to the right people.
Okay.
Analyzing data from campaigns, adjusting ad spending.
All in real time.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be huge for efficiency.
And personalization.
Definitely.
All right, so back to this Android moment idea.
Right.
Before we talk about why Devigence is so focused on it,
Yeah.
remind me, what made Android such a game changer for smartphones?
Well, before Android came along, smartphones were kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Every manufacturer had their own operating system.
Yeah. Trying to get apps to work was a nightmare.
Totally. And the user experience was clunky.
So Android comes in and creates this standardized platform.
Right. A single operating system that everyone could use and build on.
Exactly.
And that opened the floodgates.
Developers could suddenly create all these apps.
That changed how we use smartphones forever.
Suddenly you could do pretty much anything on your phone.
Banking, shopping, games, you name it.
Android made smartphones accessible and useful.
And the rest is history.
Classic example of a well-designed platform leading to massive innovation.
And everyone started using smartphones?
So Devigence thinks the same thing can happen with AI agents.
Interesting.
They say what's missing is that standardized operating system.
Like a common language so these agents can all talk to each other.
Right. Imagine your scheduling agent talking to your travel agent.
Okay.
And your financial agent and your healthcare agent.
All working together.
Yeah, to make your life better.
Like having a whole team of digital assistants.
Working behind the scenes.
Wow, and it wouldn't just be for personal stuff either.
Exactly. Businesses could use AI agents for all sorts of things.
What kinds of things?
Handling complex tasks, working with other companies' agents, even negotiating deals.
That could transform entire industries. So Devigence is looking at what companies like Microsoft are doing.
OpenAI and Anthropic, too.
They're all developing their own AI agents.
Right. The demand is clearly there, and the tech is getting really good.
It is.
More and more AI is being used for really important things.
Yeah.
Things that involve sensitive data and interacting with customers.
So the need for a secure, reliable platform is only going to get bigger.
Exactly. And Devigence sees all this happening, and they're like, we can be the foundation for this.
The Android of the AI agent world.
It's a bold move.
It really is.
They've got the experience and the resources.
It'll be fascinating to see what happens.
But of course, there are going to be challenges.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Building a whole new operating system for a brand new technology.
It's a lot. What do you see as some of the biggest hurdles they'll face?
Well, getting other companies to buy in is going to be tough.
That's true. Will Microsoft just hand over control to a third party?
It's like trying to get all the countries in the world to agree on a single currency.
Yeah, so many different interests at play.
Plus, AI is changing so fast.
Constantly new breakthroughs.
Can Devigents create a platform that keeps up with all that?
It has to be stable enough to support a ton of different AI agents.
But also flexible enough to adapt as the technology changes.
That's a tricky balance to strike.
If they can pull it off, though,
Yeah.
it could be huge.
We could be looking at a future where AI agents are as common as apps on our phones.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
But let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Yeah.
How does all this actually affect our listeners out there?
That's what we need to figure out.
It's great to talk about these grand visions, but what does it mean for everyday life?
Right. What will this actually look like for people?
That's what we'll explore after a quick break, so
Yeah.
stay tuned. All right, so we're back.
Back to AI agents and what they might mean for all of us.
What does this revolution actually look like in real life? You know?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can talk about big ideas,
All day long.
but how will this tech actually touch people's lives?
It's got to make a difference somehow, right?
Let's think about your commute.
Okay.
What if instead of driving yourself, you're in the car,
Uh-huh.
but your AI is handling the traffic and checking your schedule?
And maybe even reading me the news.
Exactly. No more road rage.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
More time to get things done.
Or just relax.
And that's just one tiny example.
Okay, so what else?
Think about all the little things we do every day.
Like making appointments,
Booking things.
managing money, all that stuff.
And AI could handle all of it.
And that would free up so much time.
And mental energy.
Like having a personal assistant who never gets tired
Or takes a break.
and never complains.
AI agents could really change how we live and work.
It all sounds pretty amazing.
It does.
But we got to be realistic too, right?
Of course.
There are going to be downsides.
There always are.
What are the risks?
Well, one of the big ones is security.
Yeah, we don't want our AI running off with our data.
Exactly. These systems have to be super secure and reliable.
I don't need my AI booking me a flight to Siberia.
Or investing my savings in a company that makes clown shoes.
Exactly.
And then there's the issue of control.
Right. We can't just let these AIs run wild.
We need to make sure we're still in charge.
So it's not about AI replacing human judgment.
More like enhancing it.
Finding that balance between automation and human oversight.
And that balance will depend on what the AI is actually doing.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit.
All right.
Let's say we do hit this Android moment.
AI agents everywhere.
What does the world look like in 5 or 10 years?
Well, imagine your home is truly smart.
Okay.
It knows what you need and adjusts the environment for you.
Like the temperature and lights.
And maybe even starts dinner.
Nice.
And at work, AI agents are doing all the boring tasks.
Leaving us to focus on the creative stuff.
The strategic thinking.
And what about cities?
Think about AI managing traffic flow.
So no more gridlock.
Public transportation that's personalized and efficient.
City services that are responsive to people's needs. It sounds like something out of a movie.
It could be reality.
It's a pretty amazing vision.
It is.
But I have to ask about the human side of all this.
Go on.
Will we become so reliant on these AIs that we lose our own
It's
skills?
a valid concern.
Will we forget how to think for ourselves?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think AI will actually empower us
To
by taking care of the routine stuff it frees us up.
focus on what makes us human. Things AI can't do.
Creativity, empathy, critical thinking.
So it's not humans versus AI,
It's humans and AI working together
each playing to their strengths.
to build a better future.
That's an exciting thought,
It is. We're on the brink of a new era of collaboration,
where we can achieve incredible things.
as long as we're careful and thoughtful about it.
So we've talked a lot about AI agents today,
The technology, the potential, the risks.
but what do you all think?
Our listeners out there.
Are you excited about this future?
Or a little nervous.
Probably a bit of both, right?
And what role do you see yourselves playing in all of this?
As we move into this new world of AI,
These are big questions.
and they're worth thinking about.
It's not just about the tech itself
It's about how we choose to use it.
and how we shape its development.
The future of AI is in our hands.
That's a powerful thought.
It is, and it's something we'll need to keep in mind as we move forward. All right, so we asked you what you thought about this whole AI agent thing and
It's a lot to process, isn't it? We've talked about how it can make life easier.
all those cool things it could do.
But there's that other side, too. The what-ifs.
The stuff that makes you go,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love the idea of an AI booking my flights and stuff.
Sure.
But it's like you got to think about the bigger picture, too.
Absolutely. And one thing that keeps coming up is how we design these systems.
Right, not just making them smart.
It's about making them responsible.
Yeah, it's got to be more than just cool tech.
We need to build in safeguards.
Like with self-driving cars.
Exactly. We wouldn't just let them loose without any rules.
They got to be safe. You got to follow the rules.
AI agents are the same way.
We need to know they're working for us, not against us.
Trust and transparency are super important.
And remembering that AI is a tool.
That's it. It's like a hammer.
You can build a house with it.
Or you can use it to cause some damage.
It's up to us to decide how we use it.
AI's power comes with responsibility.
The responsibility.
We're shaping the future here.
Not just for ourselves.
For everyone who comes after us.
Maybe someday we'll look back at this time.
At companies like Devigence.
And see it as the moment everything changed.
The start of a new era.
It's pretty exciting.
It is, but also a little scary.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the takeaway here is this. The future of AI isn't set in stone.
It's something we're creating right now.
With the decisions we make,
The conversations we have.
the actions we take.
So stay curious. Keep asking questions.
Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo.
Because the future of AI is in our hands.
That's a powerful thought.
And on that note, that's a wrap on this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.